Can y'all feel me? Can you guys hear me? Am I here alone? Sometimes in my dreams I wake up and it looks exactly like this. Do you guys know where you are right now? We are going to focus on being present with each other, with the people that are in this room right now. You might not know them, but it's okay. Would it be okay if I started this with some spoken word? Okay, 7 of you think it's cool, so I'm good with that. This is called Let Love In, and it goes, I used to feel I could never let my guard down, let love in. Created these walls because ain't no one else protecting. See, I gotta get mine. Ain't never worried about the next man. Could care less, ain't think about who I was affecting. Act tough as nails, hammer in hand to get respected. That money is power, I chase after her, expecting that my paper would make me feel any less neglected. I always been able to blend, but why I feel so rejected? Been fronting so long, me, myself, and I, we ain't connected, so I'm losing my mind. Erratic nature starting to set in. I try to claw my way back, fighting my own depression. Insecurity crept in, so I'm reminded of what I'm lacking. Yeah. And the enemy's on his game. He throws all kind of distractions, and he ain't sharp or clever. He uses the same tactics, all created to confuse and induce a reaction, but it's important to remember, y'all, we gotta keep stepping, y'all. We gotta keep stepping, right? No matter the circumstance, it ain't no weapon formed against me that shall prosper. That's how I know. That's how I know. See, honestly, I never really felt like I was worth it until something beckoned loud and told me I have a purpose. My past was giving me doubt as lies creep to the surface, feeling so weighed down. Can't show my face in churches. You're worthless. That's all I hear, becoming my deepest fears, so I'm hurting, starting to believe that no one really cares. So my question is, Lord, Buddha, universe, Allah, are you really there? Because if you are, can you reach out and meet me where I am? Here I stand, stripped, bruised, and my hopes diminished. I'm hard-headed, still doing it my way, living and resisting, giving into temptation because it's easier than repenting. Becoming cool with complacent, got the enemy grinning. Rather keep fake and be average than ask for a new beginning. Heard him say, get your mind right, child. You were made in my image. And I've been anxiously awaiting to show you you've been forgiven. Yeah, you've been forgiven. Thank you. Okay. So, that's how we gonna open this show. This is the first ever live podcast event. Who of you listen to podcasts up in here? Sweet, me too. I'm really happy that we're at a place where people are interested in coming to an event just to listen. So that's what we're gonna do for you guys tonight. I have the distinct pleasure and honor of welcoming, man, I don't even know what to say about this girl. We met at my first record label experience, and Caroline walked into the office, and it was like the sun turned on. And I asked myself, can she really be like this? Like, is she really like this all the time? I mean, it's true. Can I get a little volume on the music? Oh, there it is. Just kidding. Y'all give it up for Ryan. So, without further ado, the moment you've all been waiting for. We really appreciate you being here. I want you to look at somebody you don't know and say, it's good to see you. That's right. It's all love in here. Y'all, give it up for the host of Get Real, Caroline Hobbies.
Did y'all just freak out over Amara doing her spoken word? this is happening. This is so cool. And she's like, got the vibe. She's a DJ. She does the spoken word. She's also a supermodel. Y'all probably can tell though. Show us a little strut, Amara. Show us a little strut. Give us a little supermodel strut.
Oh, you mean this?
Yeah. That's what I mean. Oh, yes, please.
Stop.
Amara's one of my dearest friends. I'm so happy she's here kicking this off, getting the vibe right. Thank y'all all for coming tonight. So happy y'all are here. This is one of the very first live podcasts I've ever done. It's actually my second one I've ever done. I knew immediately that I needed to have Brittany Aldean and Katelyn Brown join me because they are two of the most inspirational women that I know. I know that y'all love following them. Who loves following their lives? Is anybody in here Brittany Aldean and Katelyn Brown fan? Okay, I know this table right here drove 6 hours, skipped school, waited in line since 1 p.m. to be here. So we are so thankful y'all are here. Without further ado, please welcome Brittany Aldean and Katelyn Brown to the stage. Look at these hot mamas. Woo! This is how I feel when I'm around Brittany and Katelyn. I feel like fireworks are just going off all the time. Okay, welcome, welcome, welcome. Come join. Hey, hi.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Hi, everyone. How's everybody doing? Y'all, I need alcohol for this situation.
I need to switch my water out for some alcohol, but I actually got a little too drunk on that table on Friday night.
And you're still feeling the hangover.
Still recovering.
Ooh.
Yes. That's what happens, I guess, now that when you're a mom.
Yeah, things change after you have a child. The hangovers
I was like,
aren't
yeah,
the same.
okay, but it's actually true.
The hangovers are like a million times worse, and they're just not worth it unless they're worth it.
Right, it has to be a special event like tonight.
Yeah, and you need to have a babysitter the next
tomorrow.
day.
It's worth it. Y'all are worth it.
Parents' night out. How has life changed since becoming moms? Because y'all are both new moms, MILFs, I must add. I mean, sorry. You know it's true. How has it changed becoming new moms? Because y'all have such busy lives already. On the road with your husbands. You both have your own businesses. You were burning it from both ends already, and now you have beautiful children. Tell me about your life.
Go ahead, Kate. Go on.
Our life is busy. I mean, and now having a baby, I mean, you get it. You have two.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, you kind of just becomes your new norm, and you just figure it out as you go.
Yeah.
I had no idea how to be a mom, and I'm just figuring it out every day.
It's hard. It's definitely hard, too, when your husband's not around a lot, or you have to make the decision, do I stay home this week? Do I go on tour and live on a tour bus and live... You know, it seems glamorous, but then all of a sudden you're in a bunk and your child's in a bunk and zipped in. That's the crib. And you're like, what is life? What is happening? We're like rolling down the road and it's weird. But yeah, things just change. And it goes from kind of like this party lifestyle. Everything's about you and your husband and your marriage and everything. And then all of a sudden you have kids. And I mean, I'm sure a lot of y'all know it's just not about you anymore.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's a huge wake-up call. One that I needed, for sure.
Why do you think you needed that?
I think, well, I met my husband when I was 25.
25?
25. We've been together for almost like 7.5 years. So,
Hey.
yeah, and when you really put that into perspective, you're young. Like, I felt like I was a child, really, you know? And at the time, I was just a little selfish and life,
As we all are
Yeah.
at 25.
yeah, and it was about me. And Jason always said, you know, kids would be really good for you because like your whole life is your dog. I'm like, no, I know. And I loved it like that. But, you know, so, and then when I had children, I was like, this is it. This is what people talk about. And it's kind of annoying to you when you're single and younger.
It's so annoying, isn't it?
You're like, oh, your kids.
Stop talking
Then you
about your
have
kids.
them,
I know.
and then you can't talk about anything else.
I
So
know.
It kind of hit me hard, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you got a fresh one out the oven, Kingsley.
Yeah, she'll be 4 months on the 29th.
She is not the most precious. I just
Yeah.
eat those cheeks up.
I know.
Oh.
We actually surprised Brittany and Jason, and me and Kane and Kingsley went to his show in Knoxville the other night. And that was actually her first show. So she has like the cute little headphones with the little cat ears on top, and she is so stinking cute. I'm sorry, she is.
She's so cute.
How did she like her first show?
She's so good. I think because when I was pregnant, I would sit side stage every night. And that's when I would feel her kick.
Did she dance?
The vibrations,
Yeah.
she would dance.
Yeah.
And so now we're at Kane's rehearsals like every day this week. And she'll be wide awake, and as soon as we get there, and it's so loud, she just goes right to sleep, like the whole time. And I think it's
almost
just her
soothing?
comfort. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's comforting to her. And she sleeps great on the bus, so.
Oh, so you zip them in? That's how you do it? How do you do it?
We do. Is that wrong? That sounds so bad.
I don't know.
No, but it's like a built-in crib. It's a built-in crib. And
Sounds
the reason,
intense.
It's intense, I know, in theory. But, you know, especially Memphis, because he's 2 and he's a little crazy right now, like, you have to keep him in there, and you're rolling around the road, and so, I don't know, you zip him in.
I actually
It's
called
weird.
Brittany for all like my road advice for babies on the road because obviously
Yeah.
this is my first time, and they just put a crib in our bedroom in the back of the bus, and I'm like, how do I use this thing? And then I was like, if you're on a tour bus, they tell you do not drink the water. So if you're brushing your teeth, you use water bottles. You know what I mean? You can shower in it, but you don't really know where they're filling up with that water while you're on the road. So it's probably not a good idea. So I'm
Gas
like,
station water, so
do
you
you
don't
bathe them in it, or am I going to be pouring water bottle
did.
after water bottle on my baby? Like,
builds the immune system.
That's right. You got to build it somehow. So you're saying water. Where does that mean you're from?
Where are you from? Water.
Like you're from where's-
Water, Pennsylvania.
Okay, is that what they say there? Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania?
Yes.
Woo! What part are you guys from?
Johnstown.
I've heard of it. Is that West End? I'm like Philadelphia area.
Do you say water? Do y'all say water?
Oh, come on. Tell them you say water.
I say water.
I love it. You say water?
Yeah, I'm
Thank
from Baltimore.
you.
I say
okay,
water.
there you
You're
go.
also from Baltimore.
Okay, easy.
I'm sorry. I'm probably going to get in so much trouble. I'm saying
Now
it all
I'm feeling
wrong.
under attack.
It must be like the Eastern.
It's the East Coast thing.
East
It's
Coast.
the East Coast thing.
East Coast.
Okay. So how has it been being best friends? In case y'all didn't know this, they have the same exact birthday also. I was asking him when we were walking in the stairwell, I was like, does your birthday really make you similar to someone? Like, are y'all really alike? Are signs really that similar? And you're like, yes. Tell me why.
I think so. Just because I honestly feel like she's just a younger version of me, but still like maybe more mature than I was at her age, but younger version of me in the sense of we have a lot of the same interests. We both sing. We're passionate about things. We kind of live the same life. I don't know, maybe, and that's why it makes me feel that way.
We think a lot on a lot of different topics.
And so, but we're Geminis, and a lot of times when you talk about Geminis, people are like, oh my God.
You're crazy.
Crazy. No, I am. And full blown, my poor husband. But I mean, it is, I don't know, that's just like my personality.
What's your crazy?
Huh?
What does your crazy look like? Should we relate it?
Can we talk about
Should we
that?
ask the
Plug your
husband?
ears up
No,
there.
I'm just saying, like, I'm a passionate person about the things I care about, whether that be animals or husbands or family or friends or babies. Like, I'm just a passionate person. And, you know, I don't know. I mean,
I think it's great to be passionate.
yeah, but there's a little bit of like, Jason calls it the double-headed monster because he's like, I don't really know who I'm gonna get. But I'm more consistent these days now that I have children.
Right.
Yeah.
Levels you out.
Yeah.
So finally this year we're actually gonna have a combined big old birthday party.
Big old birthday bash.
Big
Yes.
old birthday bash.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very
We've been trying,
excited.
but we keep getting pregnant.
Yeah.
So we're trying to not be pregnant this June and have a party together. And finally, it's been 3 years, but
Yeah, no, it's been a while.
We've
That's
been
what
talking about it.
Yeah, we were talking about with Caroline. We're like, you know, the first time we went out on tour with them, Brittany was pregnant. Then Brittany was pregnant again. And then I was like, all right. So then we went out the next year or two
Yeah, then you
2
got
years,
pregnant.
I think. And then I was pregnant. So
If you're pregnant, I swear to the. we can't. We gotta have a party.
So is there something in the water on the tour buses, or
No,
what?
no, I think there's something in the water in Nashville.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, called IVF. It's
Got
called
it.
in vitro.
Got it. I'll stick to tequila then.
Okay, yeah. Tequila's fine.
Brittany, you've been open about your journey with IVF because
yeah.
of IVF. A lot of women go through that. I used to think, oh, I'm just gonna snap my fingers and I'll get pregnant, and it did not necessarily go that way. So what was your journey?
Well, it's funny, and this sounds bad to say, but I feel like a lot of people spend a lot of their life trying not to get pregnant.
Exactly.
And then when you want to get pregnant, you're not able. You know, or
Yes.
like in my case, I had endometriosis and didn't know that, and so I went through a lot of things. Couldn't get pregnant. It took us about 1.5 years to have Memphis, and we went through some ups and downs before that for a long time, actually. And
It was emotional.
it's awful. It really is, and the man doesn't really quite know how to handle it because, I don't know, like the men are just different when it comes to emotions and things like that.
Well, it's not their
you know?
bodies, and they don't realize that you're putting yourself through so many hormone things because you're going through IVF, which is hormonal. It's all you want. And you're like, why is my body not working? You feel like everyone else is getting pregnant, and guys are just going on about their day. They just think, oh, it'll happen when it happens.
Yeah, exactly. But also, when I felt this way, and maybe you guys can relate in a sense, like when I wanted to get pregnant, everyone around me was getting pregnant, but I couldn't. So it was like extra hard, because I felt like Instagram. I didn't even look at Instagram for the longest time because I was like, everyone's having babies and I can't.
How do you navigate those feelings? Like, how do you navigate them?
Well, I internalize a lot, and so I just would kind of just get a little down and not really speak on it, but it's a thing. And I realized when I was going to all my appointments and stuff during IVF, the lobby was full of women all the time, and I was like, this is more common than I think people know. And I think a lot of people struggle, and it's sad. A lot of tears in that place, and I got it. I understood because it was me a lot of times too, so. But it's okay because then I had Mims, and then we immediately wanted to get pregnant with another one because I didn't know how long that was going to take, and I wanted them to be close, and then I got pregnant the first try that time. So they're 14 months apart. So,
Irish
twins? And I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way now, but it was a very long journey for sure.
Yes.
What? You're not the only one if you're going through struggles, just so you know.
And I love that women are speaking out about that now, because I think, to me, and I actually kind of want to talk about this with you guys about social media, because I feel like y'all navigate your social media in such an amazing way. There is so much pain that comes with social media because you can compare yourself, you can feel less than, you can feel like everyone else is crushing it. But then there's also this avenue that I feel like you guys really tap into. Like, yes, y'all's life is so amazing and y'all are so beautiful, but you take moments to be real and show the other side of life too, which I personally think is what we're all looking for, to see like, okay, they're just like us,
Right.
And I love that women are using social media these days to talk about, like you talked about your fertility journeys, and women are using this platform to say, okay, like I'm struggling here.
Yeah, totally.
Absolutely.
I mean,
I appreciate that with other people.
Yeah.
If I follow somebody that I really, kind of admire and look up to on Instagram, sounds silly, but it's true.
It's true.
And I look at them, and if they're having a hard day or they're like, they're just being real, I appreciate that. So I like to talk about things like that too, because I feel like it makes other people feel better about themselves.
Yes.
And I always say this though, Instagram's a highlight reel. So like what you see is probably a picture from like a week and a half ago. It's not even current. I'm like, I actually have pimple cream on, but this picture.
Retweet.
So don't take it like too,
Retweet.
for like personal. So
Yeah, totally. It is the highlight reel.
yeah.
So everyone in this room obviously is fans of you guys. Tell me though, where you guys, y'all haven't had it easy. Like it hasn't been like this perfect ride. Like I know y'all both started off as singers. You were on a journey to find your career path. You met Kane by doing a music video because y'all had the same music producer. And tell me about your journey a little bit and how you got, what you started chasing, what got you into music, and then how you met and fell in love with your husbands.
Yeah.
Throw that champagne back.
Yeah.
I need this.
I thought that was the microphone.
Me and Kane met through music. My mom was taking me for auditions. I loved musicals and stuff since I was 5, 6 years old. And then when I was about 19 years old, I was living in Orlando with my manager. We were working down there. I wasn't living with my manager. Let me rephrase that. But that's where he was based, and I moved down to Orlando. And a few years later, into me working on my career, Kane was kind of just starting out, and we were working with the same producer out of Atlanta. And I was recording down in Miami, and he had Actually, let me back up. A year before we actually met, I was shooting a music video, and I want him to be the guy in the music video. But Kane was not Kane that you guys know. So Kane was just this producer was yeah, I'm working with this guy Kane, and he's really great. And we were the same age. He's you should use him in the video. But Kane had his first sold-out show ever at this bar in North Carolina that night, and so we were oh, whatever. Then we met a year later, and then everything happened pretty fast. I went to
Was it instant?
Yeah, it was. And And then I came up to Nashville. He just moved up here, and he's like, come hang out in Nashville. And we had the best time in the entire world.
What made it so fun?
I don't even know. I guess it was like such a spontaneous, like, I was a little nervous because I'm like, I don't know this guy, you know what I mean? But I needed to go. I needed to like be young, live my life. All my friends were in college, and I was out here like trying to find my career and everything. So I came up here, and we had the best weekend, hung out with all of his friends, and then I never left.
Really? You never went back?
I went back to Orlando to get my bags.
And then that was it?
That was it. And then
y'all been together ever since?
Ever since, yeah. Wow. Yeah.
What was it about Kane that you just knew?
You know, I don't know, but I remember we went to Bar Louie in the Gulch, and he was sitting across from me. He was talking about something, and I wasn't listening because I was just like, I'm marrying you. Like,
you just knew.
I just knew it, yeah. He was just cool. He didn't try. He wasn't like, you know, some guys are so lame, like trying to act cool in front of you, and he was just like so chill and normal, and I was like, you are my person. And here we are.
There you are. I love it. How did you know Jason was the one?
Oh. Well, if you know my husband, which I think there's a few of you in this room that do, he is honestly like the most humble person, and he had already been well established before I came along, obviously. And to just see somebody like that in that situation, to be so humble and awesome, and you wouldn't even know, y'all know, you wouldn't even know that he was the person he is. It's like he hops on stage and is a completely different person. So I felt that it was endearing. I was like, you're just a normal guy. And honestly, at the time, I was living in LA, and California is a hard spot. Like, I went from LA to Vegas, but both of those cities were very difficult because I'm from the South. So the guys are just a little different out there if you're from there. In the sense of, you know, you're just used to like Southern men and stuff, you know, and he was just a very nice person, and just, it was endearing the way that he didn't act like he was who he actually was, because, I mean, it didn't matter to me at all. I had been dancing for a pro team. I was surrounded by people that were like
a pro dancer.
Yes.
Who were you dancing for?
The Charlotte Bobcats. So I danced for the NBA for a couple years, and so I was kind of surrounded by all that stuff anyways, and so it didn't, and I think that's probably why it was appealing to him, because I wasn't like, Jason Aldean, you know? It's kind of like, oh, nice to meet you, you're a human, it's okay, and he acted that way, and he's just like the most humble person ever. He's like, yeah, babe, let's go to Walmart. I'm like, no, you can't just go to Walmart.
But he will just go to Walmart.
But he does. And he's like, I'm not going to change. You know, he's just such a good person. So at the end of the day, it was that. It was that he wasn't, once again, like Kane, like trying to be anything else or whatever. He is who he is. He's a Georgia boy, and he is unapologetically him.
That's what people love, though. That's what people love. People want authenticity.
Yeah,
Authenticity.
Authenticity.
Thank you. Say that 3 times in a row. Authenticity. They do. I feel like that's what we're all craving. That's what I'm craving, and we're latching onto that. And it's nice when you can like feel like, oh, that person's me.
Yeah.
You know?
That was like Kane tonight. He was like, I was like, babe, what should I wear? And he's like, sweatpants and a sweatshirt. And I'm like, oh, okay.
That's about right. That's about right.
I'm like, gosh, like, that's awesome. You know what I mean? Like,
and then I said, is this weave too much? And he was like, no, babe, wear the hair.
Can we get some hand claps for this
whole
weave,
nother
though,
human
one
over
time?
here.
Yes!
Girl.
I'm telling you.
That's a good man.
But Brittany, I texted you the other day because you posted a picture where you had this like incredible ponytail with like stuff in it, like bedazzled and braids and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, I love how you embrace style. Like, it is such a part of who you are. Both of you guys do. Yeah. But I just love it because I'm like, you love fashion. Why not do what you love and like express yourself? And I think it is so bold and beautiful to do that, just to like be like, this is what I'm feeling and I'm gonna rock it all the time.
Yeah.
It inspires me to like be bold.
Thanks, Caroline.
I love that.
I know. Well, it's fun being a girl. I feel like you can add hair in or add lashes. It's like I'm a whole new person.
You know, Kane calls me Mrs. Potato
For a
Head. Every time I take my makeup off at night, I'm like, here's an eyelash, here's this, here's hair extensions. He's like, okay, Mrs. Potato Head, just keep taking that shit off.
No, I swear to God, what I look like in the morning and what I look like at night is a totally different human.
Don't let this
And
fool
I think
you.
I fooled Jason, but at that point, he was too far in. You know? And people say, makeup's false advertisement. I'm like, no, you're welcome.
Yeah.
I honestly don't, I don't think it's false. I think it's great.
It's great.
Yeah. Or I'm like, when they're like, see, babe, you don't need makeup. I'm like, well, that first day that we met, like if I wasn't wearing makeup, would you have wanted to hang out again?
Exactly. I look like my brother. No. Honestly.
Your brother's good looking though.
He's cute. But he's a boy.
Right.
I need it. I want it. I like it. People say, you don't need to wear the makeup. No, I like it. It makes me happy.
It's very
If it doesn't make you
therapeutic.
happy, I'm actually really jealous. Because I wish I could. I just can't. And it's fine.
But I think that's how all things should be. Do what makes you happy. If it makes you feel good, rock it. If it doesn't, don't. You know?
It's expressive for me.
Yes.
It's like, what am I going to be tonight? Do I want to wear the sweatpants? Do I want to wear, it's fun. Fashion's fun. Being a female's fun.
Yeah.
I think so. Rock the weave.
Heck yeah.
Rock
if you
your
want.
weaves.
So talk to me about superstar life. What is it like being, because y'all are so down to earth. You're talking about your husbands being so down to earth, but you guys are so down to earth. And what is it like being in this bright light spotlight lifestyle? Like, what is it like everybody wanting to know about your lives? Like everyone like wondering what's going on. How do you navigate that?
I mean,
I think it's tough.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone thinks it's like super glamorous, but
Is it not always super glamorous?
no,
No.
it's not.
Not
like,
at all.
Like
It's a-
today, this is the best part of my day, honestly. So I'm so excited for this. Hang out with all you ladies. But let me tell you, I have felt like crap the last 4 days, and we had about 50 people at our house at 7:30 this morning filming, and we got done right before I got here.
Yeah.
And so to like meet people, and because first impressions are everything, and everyone's so quick to judge. So if I'm not like, hi, it's so nice to meet you, because I feel like I'm about to throw up, then they're probably gonna go back later that day and be like, Katelyn's kind of rude, or you know what I mean? When you're having an off day.
That's the thing. You're not really allowed to have an off day, are you?
No, not really.
Is that
can't.
hard to navigate that?
Yeah, it is. Because everybody has an off day,
Right.
Some days
Maybe
are
like
just
4 in a row.
Yeah, or 4 in a row. Yeah.
So what do you do?
Personally, I feel like it's hard because I do get a lot of backlash still, like in life, just in general, just the way me and Jason started out. And, and I totally understand to an extent, but at the same time, I also feel like it's been 7.5 years and 2 kids later. So I don't really understand also to an extent. Mm-hmm. So I do get a lot of hate, and I feel like that side of everybody feels like their opinion just needs to be heard, and you don't think about the human being on the other side of that opinion, and how social media, you think you can say something to someone and maybe they're not going to see it, but they do. And so when I read these things, a lot of times now it's like, oh yeah, I'm this, I'm that, whatever.
So people really are hateful.
Every single day.
Every single day.
Every single day. It doesn't matter if I post a video of my son or daughter, or a picture of a flower, or a picture of me with a cool hairstyle. It doesn't matter, and it's okay because I'm used to it. I will say this: thank God. I honestly, when all that stuff was going on with me and Jason in the beginning, I used to be like, God, I know you put me in this position for a reason because I can handle it. Thank God you put me in this position because I'm strong enough. But I understand why people break during bullying and cyberbullying and all the things, because I'm just glad that I'm as strong as I am. And I have the people around me, because a lot of people don't, and I get it.
Yeah.
And people feel entitled to say whatever they feel.
Yeah.
And
it's
I don't have
awful.
time for that. If you write something bad on my page, I'm gonna block you and delete. Delete it. Like
I do, but
I don't
order
have time
to do
for
that,
it.
you kind of have to read the
Right.
comment,
Yeah.
and so it's like, yes, it leaves, but at the same time, you're like, man, babe, do I really look like a man?
Yeah,
like,
you
no.
do.
I'm
You
like,
really
but
start
she
to
said I
question
look like a
yourself.
man. It's like you really question yourself for a
Yeah.
second, like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I didn't realize,
Yeah.
And then you're like, no, screw that person, because I would never in a million years, even if I think something, intentionally hurt somebody else that way. Like, I just would never do that. So I have to
Right.
remember that those are specific kind of people.
Yeah.
And you have to keep it moving. But it's difficult sometimes because you are human. And you have days where you don't feel good about yourself, and then you read things like that, and you're like, I just want to cry.
What do you
like
do?
sit in a corner.
What do you do to how do you bounce out of it? Like, if you say you go down a spiral and you're not feeling, and you go down one of those black holes, like
Yeah.
where it just like, it all is spiraling? How do you get out of it? How do you get back to that place of peace and be like, okay, I'm in a bad moment, people are hurting my feelings, but I'm gonna get out of it. What are your steps to getting out of it?
I guess I just like call people, and I'm like,
call each other a lot.
Yeah, I'm feeling this way. This really bothered me. Like, and then it's kind of takes a little bit to pick me up. Like, girl, don't worry about it. It's totally fine. You're like, yeah, you're right. Anyways, how's Kingsley or whatever? And you get to talking about something else, and it kind of just naturally pulls me out of it. But you're human. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's hard being in the spotlight. Like, imagine the worst thing you've been through or a dramatic scenario that you've had to deal with personally, and then put that on a big scale, and then you put yourself in that position, like, what if everyone knew, or everyone cared, or everyone intensified it times a million? You're like, it's devastating, because you just want to be in a hole.
It's a lot of energy coming at you.
Yeah, it is a lot of energy, but just, everybody's had their crap, and they've been through their drama, and they've been through things in life, but when you put that on a national scale, it's really embarrassing, and you don't really want to be the person on the other end of that,
Yeah.
Even though you may have been a part in the reasoning. We're all human, and you learn from those mistakes, but it's not fun, especially this long after. You're just like, okay, everybody just freaking be cool now. Finally, please be cool.
And they notice everything, too. Like, I remember posting this one thing, and the dog food was, like, way in the back of the video. And someone was like, oh, you feed your dog that food? And I was like... Was the dog food even in the video?
Yeah.
And then I went back. I'm like, wow. Okay. Now I see how you guys play. You're gonna be on to me about this.
I posted a video tonight and I didn't have my seatbelt on. I know we were parked.
Wear your seatbelt, girl.
Yeah, but I was like, babe, I was parked, but I was like, I gotta put my seatbelt on because I am not trying to hear it. Like, you think about things that you typically wouldn't have to think about. Like, I just don't.
Yeah. Or God forbid you do car karaoke and you're singing in the car. Are you watching the road? How are you guys driving down the road and singing into a camera?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm holding it. He's looking, just, you know what? Just don't worry about it.
Yeah. It's just every little thing you don't think about, just being a normal person when everybody feels like they. Yeah. And you have to start thinking that way because, scrutiny is huge. So that's the downfall, but there's a ton of great things.
What are the
too.
blessings?
Yeah.
What have been the great things of having a platform and a voice to share?
Connecting with people.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then just being able to speak and gosh, people like you guys who actually care. Like me and Katelyn tonight, we're like,
wait, what? Y'all are here for us?
You have a meet and greet. We're like, people care. Because we live such a life where everything's about our husbands. Rightfully so. They're so talented and amazing. But you kind of fall into a funk where you're like, I feel like I used to have this solo life where I lived and I was doing so much for myself and independent. And then all of a sudden you kind of are just a shadow of another human, and it's hard. It's hard to kind of like become that. So then to try to sort through that little shadow and make your own way, it's pretty difficult. And but it's like being able to do that and then realizing that people care about you and your situation in your life, it's like rewarding as crap. Tonight is really awesome. So thank you.
This is why girls are so cool, because this doesn't happen for guys.
Thank you guys for
and thank you, Caroline, for bringing us all together here.
Well, I think though what you guys don't realize, which I have been so blessed to be the one to realize this, because my husband's in a band and on the road, and I get this life and I see y'all. I get to live this backstage life too and see how it is, and I know that it's glamorous, but I also know that there's so much more to it and how important the women are. Like, these men who are singing, who are superstars, who all of us love and respect, are incredible, but like, they're going home to you guys every night. They're laying next to y'all when they go to sleep. They're talking ideas off of you guys. Like, your personalities are inspiring them and their music. You're helping them pick out songs. You are like the muse of their lives. So it's like, you guys are such important people because y'all are the most important person to these men. And it's like, what do you guys have going on? Because I know y'all personally, and it's like now because of social media, we're all getting to know, people have platforms that you don't just have to be like a quote unquote superstar who has like a music or a record deal or like some sort of type of career that throws you out in the public. Like, you can have your own platform. And I just think that it is so inspiring to know what y'all are about, what drives you, what are your dreams and your goals, because we're all just trying to live this life. And it's just like this inside look from another angle. So I feel like I have been blessed getting to be the one to get to talk to the wives of these women and get to talk to women like y'all, because I know how much it inspires my life. And I know it inspires all y'all's life, because look at everybody here. Look who's driving 6 hours to meet y'all. It's really cool. So thank y'all for trusting me to share your stories and to have this outlet.
Well, it's people like y'all that make us want to, because, you know, there's people that try to bring it down, but then, like, no. We're going to sort through that and, like, continue to post about our lives, so thank y'all. But
that's with life. Like, I feel like with everything, like, especially if you're brave enough to put yourself out there, you're going to get love and you're going to get hate. So I feel like, is that how, have y'all committed to speaking your voice? Have you just decided that, like, yes, the hate's out there, but I'm not going to worry about it? Like, I'm just moving forward because this is what God has blessed me with, and I'm going to use it.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel like I don't really have a filter. And like, I feel like I kind of cared in the beginning, and now I'm kind of just like, I don't do negativity. I don't want it around me. I don't want to see it. I don't have time for it.
Yeah. There's too much going on. When you have kids, you don't have time for all that stuff.
Yeah.
Especially, you know, because there's a lot going on in daily life to, like, worry about other people's stuff, you know, so.
I follow 3 people on, no, do I? Do I follow 3? I follow my husband, my dogs, and my baby. And that's all I have to see.
That's actually probably really nice to keep it focused.
Let me tell you, it is. It really is. I had an Instagram before, and then I deleted it, and I was like, I need a break from this. And I didn't have it for over a year. I think I got rid of my Instagram. And then I got it back, because then I felt left out, because all y'all are on Instagram all the time. So then I got Instagram again, and I was like, I'm not gonna do this again where, oh, why don't you follow me? Like, it became a thing. You know what I mean? And then when you don't talk to that person, you don't really want to see their stuff anymore. Then you unfollow, and then they notice, and it's so stressful. And I'm
Amen.
like, I'm just gonna follow my family and be done.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is stressful.
It's too much.
Because all of a sudden you're hanging out with someone for a limited period of time, and then you're not, and you're like, I don't want to see your life every day. It's
yeah,
too
but I don't
much.
want to unfollow them because I don't want to be rude.
I know.
Oh,
So
God,
I started
y'all.
fresh.
What is social media as a whole? It's a
whole
life.
world.
I know. And our kids, I mean, navigating that with social media, y'all teach me how to do it when y'all are going to get there. No, we'll get there around the same time. Brittany, you lead the way.
What?
With social media with children.
No,
Yeah,
I
there you
don't know. No, don't follow me for shit. I don't know. I'm just really going through life daily, so don't follow me.
So tell me how y'all keep a thriving marriage, because y'all have so much that you're doing all the time. You're on the road, you are traveling, you got kids, you have your own careers that y'all are doing. How do you make marriage work? What is the dynamic of y'all's relationship behind closed doors that no one would know? Oh, thank you. Water. Thank you, Pearl.
Water.
Some water.
Do y'all want some water?
Who wants some water?
Here.
Just kidding. Kind of, not really.
Here. Have a little refresher. You want a little water?
I should probably just keep hydrating.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, tell me what it's like behind closed doors.
That'd be awesome. It doesn't matter.
You want to go
What's
first?
that? I'm sorry.
Don't worry. I have not been drinking, y'all. That was just strictly me never wearing heels anymore.
The marriage. Yeah, it's tough. I'm not gonna lie. It's tough because they're gone a lot, and you know, life on the road is a lot. But I don't know. You kind of find your happy medium in it all. I don't really know. There's not really a secret because I mean, obviously, everybody's like, "Do you guys fight?" Of course we fight. We're human. We fight about things, you know. He's a huge hunter. I'm like an animal activist. Like, things happen, you know? So you have your moments where you just want to strangle each other. And we make that very clear. But, you know, at the end of the day, we love each other. We don't ever want to be with anyone else. We have these beautiful kids. We have a great life. And that's the core of it all. And I said this in the beginning, you know, like, if everything went away tomorrow and we didn't have another thing but, like, a box to live in and our kids, I would still be there. 100% of the way. I don't need all the things because I have you and I love you to pieces and I just don't want anyone else. And I feel like if that's the core, and I truly feel fortunate because I do know a lot of people are in situations maybe where they're not happy or they don't, like I have family members that are going through this and they're not happy. They're in a situation where they don't really want to be with the person that they're with, or, you know, they've grown apart or whatever. And, you know, that sucks. And I hate that because there's been so many people in my life that have been in that situation, and I know what it's like to have real love with someone, and it was really hard to get to where we're at, but I love that person so much, and they are my best friends in the whole world, and I just wish that for everyone. You know, and I tell these people, like, it may be painful, and there may be things that you need to go through that you don't want to go through, but everyone deserves that. And it sounds cliche, but you do, and it's out there, and, you know, I have a person who's, you know, like, I'm just too old, or I have a couple kids, and no one's going to want me, or... Not true at all. It gets better. So there's somebody out there that's awesome. So I don't know where I'm going with that.
I love that.
I love my husband. He's a sweetie. I don't know. That's where I'm going.
What would you say to someone who feels lost in their life right now, who feels like they're alone, who feels like they don't have anywhere they belong, who doesn't feel cool, who feels just like, I'm never gonna have anything going for me? Like, what would you tell someone like that?
Well, I think we've all been there. Oh my gosh, after I had Navy, I was heavier than I'd ever been, and my body was weird, and I wasn't happy with myself, which in turn reflects on my relationship. You know, it's kind of like a ripple effect. Like, I feel like I'm in an alien body, and I have these babies, and I just didn't feel like myself, you know, and I was like, this isn't the person that this person married, and I don't know, I feel like everybody has their lows in life, regardless of what it is, but just know you are not alone. These people that, like, you assume have these perfect bodies and lives and men and kids and everything, it's like, I get puked on too. Like, we all have things, you know, like life is just not perfect. So I don't know, if you're at a low, just know it's okay. You're not the only one that feels that way. Just don't feel alone in it.
I would just own it. Better. Like, if I was alone, I would be like, just own being alone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Without
just
anyone, or just alone in general?
Just alone in life.
Stop worrying about like who you're gonna be with.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just own it. Be single. Go hang out, because you're probably not gonna be single forever, and then you're gonna be like, dang, I miss going out with my girls, or I miss doing this. So it's just like, be in that moment.
Yeah.
Own being single or being alone, and focus. Find it as a time to focus on yourself.
I agree.
Oh, yes.
Pursue
You know what I mean?
interests that you love.
It's okay
Yeah.
to be by yourself. I have friends that like jump from relationship to relationship, and honestly, know yourself, travel, get to, you know, work hard, save money,
Yeah.
do whatever it is that makes you happy, but enjoy that time by yourself, I think.
I think it will make you better in your relationship too, because it's like,
Absolutely.
been there, done that. I know who I am. I'm confident in myself.
Yeah. And these are the things I will tolerate and the things I won't. I think that's very important too.
Yes.
That's the thing that's very important in our relationship. I skipped probably, but I do not put up with bullshit.
Yeah.
And especially the lives that our men lead. A lot of women, a lot of fans, a lot of touring, not a lot of things, you know. And I think you just need to be confident enough in yourself to say, this is what I will stand for, this is what I will not, and take it or leave it.
Crazy.
You know?
I've been put in a headlock at one of Kane's shows by a girl before.
What?
Yeah. Yes.
What?
I mean, keep in mind, she was very, I mean.
True.
This was probably like 3 years ago, and
Yeah.
Kane gets done his show, and he's with his tour manager, and they're like, you know, going, because the fans are right here, so they're trying to get him on the bus, like, go, 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 and I'm just trailing along, like, okay, and all of a sudden I feel whoosh right around my neck, and I'm like, and it was like slow motion, because I'm seeing them still walking, and I'm like, guys, wait, I'm getting taken out. I'm like in a headlock by this girl over here. But some people are crazy.
I got whiskey and Coke poured on my head.
Oh, yeah.
I was pissed.
I would be too.
Yeah, but she did it in the dark. She
could
waited
tell
till like
you
the
so many
song
stories.
went out, you know, and it was just like, my
Yeah.
damn hair.
We got stories for days. It'll have
Stories
to be
for
another
days,
day.
guys. It's not all glam.
Yeah, it's not all that glamorous. Let me tell you.
So yeah, I feel like you are a target, because there's people that are awesome, and then there's people that are like, see you as just like, you know, I don't know the word, whatever.
Yeah.
Just a,
They feel like they can just like
a
say
little
whatever they feel like.
or
they give you like
Yeah.
death threats
Yeah.
and crazy stuff. Then you really
Yeah.
have to start worrying, because there are crazy people out there, and you know, you start bringing your babies to shows and stuff. And I will not bring her out in public. Everyone asks, they're like, is she going to be at the shows? And it's like, maybe she will, but you will not see her.
Yeah.
Because there's crazy people out there, and they do, like, I've gotten some crazy things said to me on social media, and it's scary, and you have to take it to another level.
How do you navigate that? Because it is actually scary. It's not just people talking about stuff. Like, how do you navigate that?
There's been like a couple situations that we actually have to take to security, and they have to research the situation, and there's some crazy super fans that are in love with my husband or our husbands. You know what I mean? They're like, forget you. I want you not in the
kind of like
picture.
you're
I'm
what's
obsessed.
standing in the way.
I'm in. I'm
You know?
so sorry, girl. I'm in your way. Go ahead. Like, I was like, but they almost believe like I'm supposed to be with Kane, and I'm like, but you're not. But you're not.
Yeah.
I mean, but you're not. So then we just have to navigate those women and say, I'm sorry, but no longer will you be attending a Kane Brown show anymore.
Or the people that like feel like they're family members, legit, you know.
Oh,
I'm the sister. No, I know his sister.
yeah.
We're actually
Oh my
really
God,
good friends.
I know.
Not his sister. We have the same daddy.
Yes.
No, the fuck you don't.
Oh my God. Okay.
Daddy.
I don't know. Like what the fuck?
I remember when me and Kane were just dating. So we were just girlfriend and boyfriend. I didn't have my pass on me, and I went out, and I was coming back into backstage, and security was like, honey, can I see your pass? And I was like, oh, it's on the bus. And he was like, who are you? And I was like, I'm Kane's girlfriend. He goes, aren't they all, honey? And I was like,
Excuse me.
so then I had to call someone to come get me to prove that I was allowed to be back there. I was like, this is ridiculous.
Aren't they all?
Thank you.
So what's a perfect day for you guys? If y'all are having your perfect day, you can just plan it like this is your dream day. What are you doing?
It has to have my kids in it because I've realized whenever I want to go out on the road or do something with Jason, all I can think about is like, God, I miss the babies. So like I need a little bit of them. Definitely a dose of Memphis and Navy for sure.
Oh, yes.
God, and then like I need some dogs.
Where are you in your perfect day?
Huh?
Where are you in your perfect day? Like what place are you?
Nashville, honestly. We have a beach house. I love the beach, you know, to an extent, kind of. It's a lot of humidity and bugs, but Jason loves it, so it's fine. I like Nashville, personally. We're probably in our new house that doesn't exist yet. It's like still, you know, in the works. We're in the new house.
Which I love the home tours. Thank you for those.
Really? Thank you, thank
they're
you.
so fun.
Some people like them, some people don't, but
Oh, yes. Who
No,
loves
keep
the
'em
home
coming.
tours?
Woo! Thank y'all.
They're so fun.
Some people, it's not a form of like, I hate this. Oh my gosh, we have someone he was here. She's a dream. She is part of our home. Like she's bringing it into fruition. It's amazing. Her name's Amber. Thank you so much for everything you do. She's been with us for years working on this home. So my happiest day would be a little dose of kiddos, a little dose of animals, my husband, and our new house. That's
love
what
that.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, Kate?
I mean, I think it's pretty much the same thing. I love Nashville. Every time we go away, I'm excited. But once we come home, I'm like, thank God we're home. We live like way deep in the woods. And at first when we moved there, I was a little nervous and scared. And now it's like my favorite place to be. So just being home and chilling, and honestly, like springtime, I like to grill and have a margarita. And now
I like
with
to
the
binge
baby,
watch shows too.
Binge watch.
In
What do you
jammies.
binge watch? What do you like to watch?
Oh God,
I'm
we like the show
Kardashian.
You on
that's
Netflix.
scary.
What was the one that you and Jason put us
Yellowstone.
on? No.
Yellowstone.
What?
The one when they're on the island, Temptation
Island.
I love trashy TV.
Get on it. I
Yes.
swear to God. It's
Yeah.
really actually kind of.
They told us to watch
So
it, and
good.
then we had like
It's
a
kinda,
long
like,
bus
risque
ride
a little bit,
and we watched
so
the
be
whole
careful
thing.
Who you watch it in front of, but it's freaking awesome.
Yeah, don't watch it.
I'm actually sad The Bachelor's on tonight. We're missing it. That's like my one trashy show. I love it so much. I love
Just
trashy.
I've
record
never
it.
seen The Bachelor.
What?
Never seen an episode.
Oh my
Really?
God. You're missing out.
I know.
That's that from you.
I know. I had a friend that was on. I know.
You did? Oh man.
I did. Shit. Okay.
It's
Gotta
so
start.
good. Binge watching TV all day.
Yeah.
I feel like Amari, you got to say something.
Well, I was just gonna say, once you start The Bachelor, though,
You can't
there's
stop.
no
You're stuck?
getting out. So
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah, 'cause you just
you're
wanna
the
find
smart
out if
one
you're
in the room,
right.
actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
once
me
you
too.
start, you can't stop. It's
I gotta
true.
get like the green light from Jason because we always binge together. So as long as he's on board, I'm good.
I needed to find something
Ooh, I
good
got
to
a
watch while I was
question.
pumping.
So
Yes.
your man gets home, and you done watch that episode,
Shit. No, it doesn't happen. I
and
can't.
he finds out what happens.
No. He'll be like, "You fucking serious?"
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
For real?
Pissed. That would be like an epic fight. As far as we must be in a fight for me to be like, "Oh,
I'm
fuck
gonna
it.
watch this?
I'm watching it."
You know what?
Because, yeah, it's going to be an argument. You? I would never do it. I just would never do it.
That's
Out of all
sacred marriage code.
yeah. I would be upset.
Yeah.
If they're ahead of me,
See,
that would piss me off.
me and Kane aren't so much like that because he wants me to find a good show to watch so he can sit there and play Xbox the whole time. So he's like, babe, don't you want to watch that show? Like, isn't The Bachelor on tonight? I'm like, you want to watch it? He's like, no, but don't you? And then then the headphones go on and he doesn't hear me for
Don't
3 hours. And I'm like, dang, I married a gamer.
You did.
You know it. You sent me that
did.
video. Yeah.
He loves to game.
He's a gamer. But I have to say, I understand why he likes it. It's his escape. It's like he puts on it. He hangs out with his friends on there, and
Wait, he meets up with his friends on the game?
Yeah.
oh yeah, it's like
Jason-
I had to learn so much about it.
Yeah,
but
they have a headpiece. He goes, all right, babe, I'm going to talk shit to 12-year-olds. I'm
Yeah.
like,
No one. I know. So weird.
awesome. I love it.
I
Because
was
then
like,
it gives me a minute.
one day I heard like a kid on there. I'm like, babe, are you playing with like a 10-year-old? And he was like, yeah, and he sucks. And this and that. I'm like, babe, how old are you? Like, hold on.
Yeah, and he sucks.
Jace has like a PlayStation
how old are
area
you?
in the new house. He does. It's an extension of our bedroom so I can watch him. Watch him talk shit. I think it's great.
That is hilarious. They're
Yeah.
just like big kids.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Michael just recently got a PlayStation. I guess that's what it is. And he just like goes upstairs and disappears. And I'm like, all
I
right.
think it's great. But it gives you a minute.
It does give you a
Sometimes
minute.
You need it.
Yeah.
Are we talking, y'all? We
No,
are. I guess
this
that's
is
the
great.
point of this.
We're
talking
gonna open this up
Yeah.
for a little bit of Q&A because we are right at 8 o'clock. I would keep talking on forever,
Shit,
but
me
I
too.
know y'all
Sorry,
have a few
y'all.
questions.
Okay.
Does anybody have any questions? We're gonna open up the audience to a couple Q&A. Amara's
God,
got the
y'all be
microphone.
nice.
She's gonna pass it on. So raise your, okay, right here in the front.
Red.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Nervous.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi.
My name is Sarah. I live in Williamson County, and I'm opening a dog grooming pet spa.
Oh.
So my question is, do you guys have animals? And what's their names, and why did you name that? Because I hear every single day what dogs or cats' names are and why. So that's my question.
Okay. Let me start. Okay. We have Mia, who's a Pomeranian, and honestly, Keely and Kendall, Jason's oldest two, we pulled like tabs one night. They each got to pick a name. It was Chloe and Mia. Flipped them, and then we pulled, and Mia won. I don't know. That they chose it, or Kendall actually, I think, won that one. And then Saint, we rescued him from St. Louis, and he was found in a gutter. And he is currently at school again because he keeps chewing the wood work, but he's with us. But his name's Saint after St.Louis, so there's ours.
We have Rambo, and actually Rambo was 3 months when I met Rambo, and he's a old English bulldog, so he's like this chunky attitude, a whole lot of love, but like the best for the owners, the worst dog for everybody else because he's very territorial, and and then we have Nash, but right now I know like I got a lot of messages about Nash on my Instagram because they haven't seen Nash in a while, and we sent him back to his trainer as of now because with the baby, he's about 130 pounds, and it was just starting to get a little scary. So we're kind of testing Nash to see if we can help some of his hyperness and stuff because you don't want to put her in like the little bouncy chair, and God forbid. So, but we have Nash, and we just thought Nash was a cool name. I guess Nashville. I mean, I guess it goes without saying. Yeah, but they're sweet babies.
We did have a Frenchie. I guess sounds bad, but I didn't realize how energetic French bulldogs were. I had an English, and he passed away, and then we had a Frenchie named Boss. Jason wanted to name our child Boss. I said, hell no.
Oh, yes.
And so I was like, you can have the dog to name him that. But so that's how he got his name. But Jason's gone so much. He was gone for almost 2 weeks. I had Memphis. I was pregnant. Memphis was like 4 months. I was pregnant. I had one dog with cancer, Mia, who's really loud, and then I had Boss, who was crazy, eating everything. And I was like, babe, something has to go, and it's obviously not the baby. It's not my bully, so figure it out. Like, I can't. And he thought Bentley, my bulldog, was gonna pass from cancer, before he did, so he got me another dog to kind of soften the blow. Well, my baby kept living, thank God. And so now I'm stuck with all these dogs. Jason's gone. It was a whole thing. So
I'm telling you, those bulldogs.
Oh, if you have ever owned an English, it's just another form of love.
The best.
Yeah,
dog.
but the Frenchie, we gave him to a friend. So Boss, child name, but nah.
That would have been a pretty epic child name, I gotta say.
Huh?
Boss Aldean. I mean, that's pretty
Boston,
epic.
call him Boss. I said, but babe, what if he's like an assistant for like somebody who he's like,
He's like,
like
no, I'm
wormy
boss.
and
I'm the
weird
boss.
and like you can't name a boss. You're gonna set him up for failure. It was awful. So I was like, just name the dog, and then he got his fix.
I love it. Okay, so we're gonna have a few more questions. Who got one?
Okay, so one Roll Tide for
Roll
Brittany.
Tide. Did you go to Bama? You from Bama?
I lived in Bama for a while.
Awesome.
But 2, I'm from Chattanooga, Tennessee, representing. And 3, what does your tattoo on your arm say?
Oh, this is Italian, and it says "Life is too short."
What inspired that?
Well, I come from a very Italian family, and I actually was on the bus. It was like an off day in Mexico, and I was like, I'm gonna go get a tattoo. And I saw a road sign as we were driving to where we were going. It said "Life's too short," and I'm like, yep, that's what it's gonna be.
I love it.
So
Live in the moment.
Yeah.
Kate and Kane love
We do. I've gotten a few tattoos here upstairs. Kane has 2.
It's kind of like a thing. She's like, hey, what are you doing tomorrow?
You wanna go get a tattoo?
You want to get a tattoo? I'm like, shit, what do I mean, I have to think about it. Like, I need something to put on my butt. But she's just like, hey, it's a Saturday.
Have you seen my husband?
I know. I think it's great.
I love tattoos.
I think it's great.
I know I get nervous about the permanence of it, but also it's fun.
But you do things that mean, I've got a stupid one when I was like 18.
What is it, an area code or something?
It's...
Hey, I know a ton of people that get area codes.
Area codes for real?
Yeah, like the 615, I'm from Nashville, or like...
No, it's actually
610.
not as cool as an area code. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, you got to tell us what it is.
It's stars, y'all. I don't know. I was
love
18.
that.
I have a moon.
No, not really cute. It's really not cute. I need it removed, but they're teal and purple, and I hear that hurts really bad. Like colors takes longer to come out. Really? Oof.
Just keep it.
I love it. Keep it. I love it. It marks time. Okay, who else got a question? Okay.
Here, this is for the lovely host. Who has been, maybe not your favorite, but most influential guest you've had on your podcast?
People do ask me that question quite a bit because I have the privilege of interviewing so many amazing people, women in particular, like you guys. I have to say, every single, and this is not lying, every single interview that I do, I leave that interview and I'm like, dang, that was such a great interview. That was such a great story. That person is so fascinating. What a life that person lives. And I think that what I have really enjoyed about all of my podcast interviews is to hear the journey, because like they're talking about, social media is a highlight reel. And it's so easy to come up with your own idea about how people live their life and what their life is about. But I love hearing the whole journey and seeing wow, y'all, they've been through struggles. They've had highs, they've had lows. There's amazing parts of their life that we all would love to participate in. But then there's also stuff that they got to get through, and they're just like us. So I started my podcast because I felt alone, and I felt like nobody understood me, and so emo. I mean, just I'm all sad, and I'm never gonna I'm very emotional, and I wanted to interview people that inspired me. And what I have gained from it is realizing that we are all on this journey, no matter where you are in your life, no matter what your life looks like. We're all on the same kind of journey. It looks different for everybody, but we're all going through the same stuff, and we all want to be happy. We want to find purpose. We want to find love. And I've realized that that's what everybody wants. So it's been inspiring for me. I feel like I'm the biggest beneficiary because I get to hear all these stories. And I'm like, dang, I feel like I just got an Oprah session by getting to have these talks. So it's been a blessing for me. I really have to say all of them have been. So today I will say this one is my favorite interview I have ever done.
Sweetie. I was like, Caroline, you don't have to say that because we're sitting here.
It's true. I love y'all so much. So
I got
much.
another question back
We
here.
love you.
Hello.
Hi.
My name is Emily.
Hiya.
Thank y'all for having this podcast and having us out this evening. I have a really random question. I'm going to be 35 March 18th. I am with my high school sweetheart. We've been together for 19 years, married for 12. We have an 8-year-old, almost 6-year-old. We're in our mid-30s though.
Yeah.
I don't know who else is in their mid-30s.
Yeah.
My husband just recently got a CPAP machine. I just need to know.
I needs one.
We're past our 20s. We're in the thick of things, if you will. And with the CPAP machine, I want to know how you keep things spicy. My husband, whenever he's feeling it, I'm sorry, the crinkle of your CPAP machine
Is not sexy.
it's not really getting things hot and spicy for me.
Oh my God.
And we have kind of entered should we have a playlist going on?
Emily,
I'm
you're
just
my
being honest, okay?
soulmate.
I just need to know, okay? Because I love my mans. I love the CPAP, whatever, you know.
Do you wear a CPAP at night? Yeah.
I mean, he's got to. He's got sleep apnea.
Oh,
you
okay.
know?
Obviously. Okay, that makes sense.
Obviously, it's not during the, you know what I'm saying, you know.
Girl.
But I recently asked him, I'm like, babe, we need like a playlist. Like I need
Like a sexy
need
playlist?
something to keep it spicy.
Okay, how are y'all
You
keeping
know,
it spicy?
we're mid-30s here. Okay,
That's right. That's right.
I would
help me out,
suggest
please.
do some shit before he puts on the fucking CPAP. Because that's fucking weird. Or you can get real fucking weird and do some shit with the CPAP. I don't know. I would do that. I would do it before you go to bed. I don't know the answer to this.
What if you're tired and you've had the kids all day?
Tired.
Do you just have to make time for romance, basically? Do you carve it out, or
Yes,
is it just like, how do we keep that spark?
So sorry.
I wish they weren't
feel
here
like
right now.
I have to carve this shit out. It has to be kind of planned.
But it's
I've got a lot
important.
going on in the day.
It's important to carve it out, though, to make sure the
I'm
romance
like, babe,
stays lit.
tonight,
Yeah.
I got you. And then if it doesn't happen, I'm so in trouble. You know, because men look forward to that shit and
I
they
know
like
you-
really take it personal.
You start in the day and you're like, oh, it's going down tonight all
Yes.
day. You're kind of like planning for it. And then you
Yes.
get to the nighttime and you're tired.
Yeah.
Then what happens?
There's been
Or
those
you'll just be
times-
like, oh, the baby's taking a nap. Let's go.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, you're also in your 20s, you bitch. I'm sorry, but I don't know. Maybe it's having two. I'm just tired as fuck.
I know.
But okay, so sorry for my mouth.
Hey, I love it. I think it's
I'm
great.
sorry. I just would do it before the CPAP goes on. Long story short, and yeah, we have to plan sometimes because our days are really busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I've got you tonight. But now that I can drink, oh God, that sounds horrible. Now that I can have some drinks, because I will say pregnant, it's like just not the same.
Oh, no,
you
it's
just
not.
feel sober. It's weird. It's
Everything
just not,
hurts. You got a big belly. You can only
so
do it.
It's more fun now, but we do have to plan sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, before the CPAP goes on. I don't know. Do you hate me? Guys, our husbands are here.
Well, give it a round of applause for the hobbies.
They
out
refuse
there.
to come down, but they want.
Do you guys have anything you need to add?
Are y'all mortified?
Not after that.
How you guys keep it spicy up there?
Emily, do you get? Okay.
Kate took a shot.
Okay. Kane.
How do we
Kate
keep
says-
it? Yeah.
He's.
That's the thing with guys is they're ready anytime.
Anytime.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime. Girls, I mean, we're ready.
Yeah, I'm like, can you ask me before I put my makeup on and I just blow dried my hair
And took a shower.
took a shower. 'Cause
Yes.
this shit takes a long time to put together, and then you want to do it.
Well, I'm not going there.
them
No,
know.
there's men in.
Yeah,
Nope.
we should probably stop this
I
conversation
need to
right now.
stop
If they
it. I'm
weren't
getting in
here,
trouble.
ladies.
Maybe. I got you.
So the answer to that is before this EVAP comes on, and get yourself a sexy playlist.
90s R&B.
Playlist,
all
yeah.
day long.
R&B for sure.
Just turn it
I
on.
think R&B for
Yeah.
sure.
Ursher.
Or
Yeah.
rap. Rap could be.
Rap.
Okay, we got one more question over here that I think we're gonna have to wrap it up because we're at 8:10. Okay,
so-
over here in
Okay,
the.
I got one shout out and one question.
Okay.
Hi, ladies.
Hey.
How y'all doing?
There's a guy here in the audience.
I
Nice.
am.
Oh shit.
This message was paid for by Whiskey Row and Chase Irwin. Who is the best tattoo artist in town?
Bubba.
Bubba.
There we go.
Bubba.
What's your favorite bar on Broadway?
Whiskey
shit.
Row.
Let's go.
Oh, wait.
No, Jason Aldean.
Jason Aldean.
We're getting real
Yeah,
controversial.
Jason
Whoa,
Aldean.
conflict of interest. I think about that.
Jason, I'm sorry. I just said it because we were here right now.
I know. That's
Well,
we can't.
It's obvious
Yeah.
for me, guys, but I love it here too.
Yeah.
I really do. I do. I've gotten drunk here.
I like Hockey Tonk. I like Tootsie's. Tootsie's is fun. I don't know. All Broadway is cool. So if you guys are going out, get a drink at every bar.
We're going to Jason's later if anyone wants.
Yeah.
I got your last question.
Okay, last
Final
question.
question?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm feeling a type of way right now because I'm like 40, so I feel like 100, and that's fine.
No.
Okay, so we have 3 teenage daughters.
Okay.
So let's talk about where do you fit that in your schedule, because they stay up way later than you'll ever stay
That's true,
up.
'cause we have
I'm really
two.
confused about that. I love my husband and God bless him. And no, we're not rich or famous, but in order for this society in this day and age,
Yeah.
your husband has to travel or do something crazy for you to be a stay-at-home mom.
Right.
That's really rough. That's really rough. And so definitely not rich or famous, but it's very hard. I mean, I can totally feel you guys on a whole different level.
Right.
And yeah, where do we fit that in the schedule?
Go ahead, Kate.
He would really love to know.
Okay.
Are we talking about sexy time still?
Sexy time.
Any time of anything,
Well,
really.
I feel
Where do you fit
like
anything in?
They stay up like 24/7. I'm 40,
Yeah.
I can't do that anymore.
I know. I don't know.
Well, I feel
don't
like
know.
the good part about having teenagers now is lock your door. It's like they can take care of themselves now.
They got bobby
So,
pins.
honey, I'm busy.
Girl,
So-
they got bobby pins though. They know how to use them.
Oh, they're coming
like,
in.
They don't want to come in there.
He's got a 16-year-old.
I would say you don't want to come in here.
They do not want to go in that locked door.
Brittany, I know you got 2 teenage
I
girls.
know. She's a.
What do you do with that? Oh, we'll be back in just a minute. It might take 10
No,
minutes. It might take
we
20
don't
minutes, but
when
we'll be
they're-
back.
We make it very clear we're going to bed. You guys
And you're going to stay over there.
stay out of here. Stay out here. I don't
Unless
know.
you want to see your dad in the bathroom naked.
I
don't
would.
think
They
you
would
wanna do
freaking
that.
die. It would just be
just tell them that then, and I'll bet they'll
I would
give
just
you
be like, we
space.
got to go to bed. We're tired. That's what we do. But we have an excuse because we have babies.
Yeah,
It's
and you
easy.
really are tired.
We're exhausted. We honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. Anybody? I don't know. Yeah.
You guys,
Sorry.
I think we're gonna have to wrap it up. I like to ask one more
Thank
question.
y'all.
Oh wait, we're dying question over here. Dying
Dying.
question, and then we're gonna wrap it up.
Okay.
Okay, what is it? And then this is it.
Okay.
Both Lindsays.
Both Lindsays.
Brittany, I want to know how you named your babies, because your son Memphis looks exactly like my son.
Oh.
And I'll have to show you pictures later. But I want to know how you picked your
The
names.
lips. I will just kiss those lips. Memphis, well, we don't agree on much. We're very different people. Memphis was like in Navy, actually, we had lists that we both like added names in, you know? And then Memphis was the only one we could agree on. I loved Roman. He loved Boston, boss. Memphis was the only one we were both like, yes. He's like, Roman's like the Fast and the Furious. We all had our reasons, you know, and you know a ton of people in life that are named every name, so that's why they're a little bit weird. But Memphis, and he loves Elvis. So it's like where Elvis was from, yeah. Yes. And then Navy, kind of the same thing. We both loved Havana, and I think Havana was gonna be the name before we were even pregnant with her, so it was just like, it's set too long, and then we were like, oh, we're kind of over it, because we've been thinking about that for forever, so. Long story short, I think it was just like the one name that for each gender that both of us could agree on.
That's perfect. Beautiful.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
How'd you get Kingsley while we're on baby names?
Well,
Kingsley.
I thought for sure we were gonna have a boy, and so I liked the name Kingston. It just felt strong to me, and so then when I found out we were having a girl, I was like, dang, I really liked that name though, and so I was like, let's just do Kingsley. Make it a little bit more feminine, but still kind of have the same concept. And we still get sometimes like, why did you name your baby girl like King? And I'm like, who cares? She's gonna be strong, independent. It's just good. That's her. So.
I love it. Okay, so
Yeah.
my last question for you guys, this is how I wrap up all my podcasts, is leave your light. So what do you want to share with people? What do you want people to know? It's just a broad topic. It really can be anything. Like, when you hear that, what do you want people to know?
It's kind of something that I wanted to talk about during this thing, but when I actually initially came to Nashville, a lot of people were not the most welcoming, and they were extremely rude and mean, and it was very hard for me for a long time. So I guess what I'm trying to say with that is, like, I refuse to be mean to people. Like, I feel like I have just been in the opposite position, and so I just want everyone to always, always, always feel welcome, always feel like no matter what, you're worthy. So just always be nice to people, for sure, because you don't know what they're going through. So.
Yes. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay. You up.
I would say me and Kane definitely learned this in the past 6 months, is to appreciate the people around you. Say hello, say goodbye. You don't know if they'll be there tomorrow. And just love everyone. There's not enough time in this life to have hate and negativity. And it's just so important to surround yourself with love. And, when you walk in the room, don't brush by people. Notice them. Ask them how they're doing and be genuine about it at the end of the day. Like, actually care. You know what I mean? Care about people. Because you might regret that one day not asking them how they were. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
Love it.
just be careful of people.
I love that.
My
You
girl.
guys. Caitlin and Brittany, can we
Thank
give them a
y'all.
round of
Thank
applause?
you so much for being here, you guys.
Amara Hall,
Yes.
keeping it rocking,
Amazing.
giving us the spoken word. Thank you
Thanks
for
for
joining us.
having me.
Thank y'all all for coming. Y'all are the best. And to the husbands upstairs, family and friends. We love y'all. This was awesome.
Yes.
We're gonna keep this going and doing more of these. So y'all keep following along. And let's rock us out, Amara.
I mean, y'all need some walk-off music,
Yeah,
right?
we need some walk out. Get those fireworks
drop
going
the
too.
mic?
Thank you guys. We really appreciate
Thank
you.
y'all so much.
Thank you.
See, honestly, I never really felt like I was worth it until something beckoned loud and told me I have a purpose. My past was giving me doubt as lies creep to the surface, feeling so weighed down. Can't show my face in churches. You're worthless. That's all I hear, becoming my deepest fears, so I'm hurting, starting to believe that no one really cares. So my question is, no matter the circumstance, it ain't no weapon formed against me that shall prosper. That's how I know. That's how I know.